Please do not listen to this recording whilst driving or operating any machinery. Hello there. My name is Ellen Booth and I'm a registered clinical hypnotherapist. And this hypnotherapy is called the daily full-time worker. And the reason I've called it the daily full-time worker is it's especially for people like myself who are self-employed and procrastinate and have much work that needs to be done to run the businesses. But it's, for example, like administration work, like advertising or writing letters or doing important tasks. And what I have found is, because I'm normally quite tired from work, I find it difficult to motivate myself, and I don't have the physical energy. I'm tired mentally and physically. And when I have time off work, I just want to relax and chill out. And I find that I mean to do these jobs that are important for the business, but you know, the hours just go by throughout the day and I still haven't done them. And sometimes weeks and months can go by and I still have not done these tasks. For example, I did my Google business listing today for one of my businesses, and I've been procrastinating about doing it for the last 2 months. And because these tasks are not getting done, and they don't take very long either. It only took me about half an hour to do this Google business listing. It's a half an hour job that's taken me 2 months to motivate myself to do. And because these tasks are not getting done, it really holds me back. I put them off and put them off, these admin tasks, and it takes so long to get them done. Now, the point of this hypnotherapy that's called the daily full-time worker is it's going to be about making yourself achieve just as much as if you had a full-time job in employment and you had to do a day's work. Now, if you're employed by an employer and you go to work, they're paying you and they have expectations of you. And when you go to work in a job, you do a whole day's work. You work perhaps 7 to 8 hours. If you're lucky, they'll let you have a tea break halfway through the morning and in the afternoon. And you only get your lunch break. And you're expected to do a whole day's work without stopping. You're meant to do task after task after task. And you're meant to do a whole productive full-time day's work. Now, this hypnotherapy is going to be about just that. Where if you're self-employed like myself, when you have the time off to do this work, you will sit down at the time you agree that you're going to start, and you'll do this work for your work and you won't stop. You might have a tea break after 2 hours for 15 minutes and then go back to it, do another 2 hours work. Then you might have a lunch break. Be generous, give yourself an hour's lunch, but you know, you go back after your lunch and you do another 2 hours work, you have a tea break, and then another 2 hours work. You know, something along those lines where you do actually do as much work as if you were employed by an employer and went to work. That's the whole point of this hypnotherapy. Okay, so I shall now make a start. Okay, now, if you just like to make yourself comfortable, whether you prefer to sit up and listen or lay down is absolutely fine. If you are sat up, if you could uncross any arms and legs and have your feet flat on the ground, perhaps with your arms gently on your lap when they are not doing something. And this is to allow circulation throughout your body when you are deeply relaxed. And if you are lying down, uncrossing any arms and legs, with your hands gently perhaps by your sides. And as you relax yourself, you may prefer to close your eyes, or you can keep them open or close throughout is absolutely fine. And as you relax yourself there is nothing of importance for you to do right now other than to just listen to the sound of my voice. That relaxes you deeper and deeper as we go on. And my voice will go with you wherever you go, however deep you drift. And you will hear many positive suggestions throughout the course of this therapy. And all of those positive suggestions are there to help you get the benefit of the therapy and to make these life changes that you need to make. And you are in full control of your own mind throughout the whole process and can choose to either accept or reject any of the suggestions you hear me say. But as you hear each suggestion that's delivered, you'll know yourself that they are positive and beneficial. And for those reasons, you can allow those suggestions you hear me say go deep in the back of your mind, causing a deep and lasting impression there. And all of those suggestions can cause such a deep, lasting impression, have such a great impact on you, that you may even hear the words of them echo in the back of your mind throughout your daily life. So you can allow all of those powerful, important, helpful suggestions, you can allow them to have full impact. And you can use them as you wish throughout your daily life. Now, focus on your breathing. Notice how as you breathe in, you breathe in calmness, peace, stillness. And as you breathe out any worries or tension. And this is a process that continues throughout the whole procedure. With every breath you breathe in and out. And perhaps, may I suggest, it may even continue after the hypnotherapy, throughout your daily life, relaxing you with every breath you breathe in and out, meaning that every day that goes by throughout your daily life, your breathing calms you, making you more calmer and relaxed every day throughout your daily life. Okay, now, in a few moments' time, you'll hear me count down from 10 to 1, and with each descending number between 10 and 1, you'll go deeper and deeper relaxed. So deeply relaxed with each descending number, there may be times you are not even aware of your body at all, physically, not even aware of it, because it will be so deeply relaxed, deeply asleep. And mentally, you'll have a calm, clear mind, no thoughts, no distractions, a calm, clear mind, at peace, still, calm and relaxed, and a heightened state of concentration and awareness, so you will be very physically deeply relaxed, but mentally aware of everything you hear me say. So ready, I'm now going to count you down from 10 to 1. 10, drifting deeper and deeper relaxed. 9, drifting down deeper and deeper relaxed. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and all the way down, deep, deep, relaxed. Okay, just as I described earlier now, very physically deeply relaxed, mentally calm, still at peace, no thoughts, just a still, calm, peaceful mental state of mind. And in this very deep, relaxed state of mind, I would like to communicate with you on a very deep subconscious level. I would like you to help yourself. And in order to help yourself, you have full control and can accept or reject any suggestions that are made. But each of those suggestions that I deliver, you can choose to allow them to go very deep within your subconscious mind, very deep, to the point where after each one is delivered and you decide that you like it or not, and if you like the suggestion, you allow it to change the way you think and do things. You allow them to change your behaviour, your habits, and the way you do things. You allow it to totally reprogram the way you behave and do things. So it reprograms and changes the way that you do things, so that from now on, this moment, every moment from now on, after I have delivered those suggestions, they change the way you do things. And that's a choice that you make a choice where you allow that suggestion to make the change. And these suggestions I'm going to deliver to you. I will now begin the process. From now on, when you get up in the morning, or whatever time of day or night, and you intend on having some time ahead of you that you are going to allocate to do work for yourself, and you have decided yourself how many hours you are going to spend doing this work, you will do that work exactly how you intend. You may allow yourself reasonable breaks throughout that time, after however many hours that you set yourself. But from now on, when you allocate yourself time to work for yourself, you will do that work for yourself because it's what you really want to do from now on. So, for example, you get up in the morning at 7 a.m, for example. You get washed and dressed and have your breakfast as usual. And you've said to yourself you are to start at 9 a.m. You're allowed a tea break in the afternoon and the morning. You're allowed a lunch break. But you are going to spend the day doing the work that you need to do. For example, the times that I just mentioned, it could be at night, it could be in the morning, the afternoon, whenever in the day that suits you. And you will do this work that you set yourself to do. You will do task after task after task after task. Just the same as if you went to work for someone else and they were paying you and you were expected to work. You're going to do the same, exactly the same for yourself. And you will do this work because it's what you want. And even if you don't have to work to such a level where it's slavery, it's not a job that you're employed to do. So it doesn't necessarily have to, have someone cracking a whip and making you work really fast. You can do it at your own pace. That's fine. Even if you go quite slowly, that is also fine. As long as you are working and you are doing these jobs, one after another, throughout the whole shift that you have allowed yourself and designated yourself to do. You will work. You will work. You will perform. And you will perform this work and you will get it done. You will do the work for yourself that you have set out to do. You may have diaries or lists of jobs that you need to do. You may be quite organised and have noted down in writing what all these jobs are that need to be done. And you will work. You will do this work because you need to. Because the more work you do, the more things will progress and move forward for you. And as more and more jobs come up, as you complete more and more tasks and more jobs come up, you will be constantly progressing, growing, improving. And because of this, you'll make more money because you would have done more work, you would have progressed. You would have progressed your businesses, your work. You'll make more money, you'll be more successful because you have done the work. So you do this work without talk, without fuss, without procrastination. You just get on. You get on with it and you do this work without fuss, without thinking about it, without saying it. No procrastination. You just get it done. You work and do the work for yourself. And the more you achieve, the better you feel. And it makes you feel so good because you got it done. It makes you feel very happy and proud and very pleased with yourself because you got the work done. You got it done. You got on and you did it. And the more your businesses grow and progress as a result of this, and the more money you make, you'll ask yourself why you didn't just do this sooner. Why did you have to procrastinate for so long? Well, it's a common problem. Many people procrastinate. Some are worse than others. But there's no point worrying now that you did not do this sooner. The point is that from now on, from this very moment you hear me say these words to you, from now, as from now that I am saying these words to you, right from now on, you will work and you will get things done. You'll do the work. You'll allocate yourself time to do this work and you will sit down and you will do this work. Or stand, whatever pleases you best, but you will get on and you will do this work without fuss, without thinking, without saying about it. You just do it and get it done and get on with it. And you are proud of yourself for this. You're very pleased with yourself. And it makes you feel good, really good, in ways that you never thought were possible. It makes you feel so good that you got all that work done. And it means that going forward from now, moving forward from now, your life will improve for the better. You'll achieve so much more. You'll become so much more. You'll progress. I believe in growth and progression. And you will have that growth and progression in your life. You'll be more successful in everything that you do. You'll earn more money, probably, perhaps. You'll be a high achiever that achieves to their maximum potential. You achieve to your maximum potential. You are successful. You are rich. You are amazing. You are exceptional. You are, well, the best that you can be. You are your absolute best that you can be. You better yourself. You better your life. You improve constantly every day that you do this work. You improve. So from now on, as I say these words to you, You change. You make these changes right now. All of those suggestions you heard me say, you allow them to go deep in the back of your mind, causing a deep and lasting impression there. So you have allowed all of those suggestions to have full impact, and you can use them as you wish throughout your daily life. Now, in a few moments' time, I'm going to awaken you. But just before I wake you up from this hypnotherapy, from now on, from this very second, moving forward, you do things promptly, effectively, efficiently, without fuss, without talk, without thinking about it. You just get them done. You just get on with it and get things done. From now on, you do the work you said you would. You do it for yourself. And well done you, because you will be a very high achiever and you will be very successful in everything that you do. Okay, I'm now going to awaken you. In a few moments' time, you'll hear me count from 1 to 10. You'll become more and more awake with each ascending number. By the count of 8, you would have opened your eyes. And by the count of 10, you'll be fully wide awake. So 1, 2, 3, waking yourself up now. 4, 5, 6, more and more awake. 7, 8, opening your eyes now. 9 and 10, fully wide awake.